Hello everybody, it's Friday night, 6 o'clock. You know what time it is, it's time to cook some stuff. If you're cooking along, and I know Nikki is, and I know, who's the other person cooking along? Sarah, please say hello. And if you're not, just say hello anyway. Let me know who's out there, whether you can hear me properly, and all the rest of it. Kat, how are we doing, my love? Hope you're well. Ooh! And you stacked it. Right, so, I'm not going to wait for everyone, I'm just going to crack right on. If you're late, you're late. I've got here my beef shredded. I'm going to show you how to do that now. I did do a video earlier this afternoon, but that has been marinated in there since about 2 o'clock, so it's had 4 hours. All the beef is lovely and coated in the marinade. I'm just going to show you how that process worked, and then we're going to start cooking. But before that, I'm going to introduce my mum here. My mother's here, and she's going to teach you guys how to cook. Hey, it's Norris and Andy. Hello, guys.
Okay. I can't see, it's too far away, even with my new glasses.
Lovely new glasses, Mum. Right, Mum's going to show you how to do the rice, and then I'm going to show you how to do the rest. Okay, so Mum, take it away.
Rice now, okay, right. So I usually use a measuring jug, and I use 2 quantities of water, hot water, for the amount of rice. Now in here I've got 400. My son tells me that 75 grams is normally 1 portion, but we're doing 400. And I put it in the pan with a little bit of, tiny bit of salt. And a little tiny bit of oil. I do use a little tiny bit of oil. Ordinary oil. And that coats the rice and stops it sticking. This is what I found. So you just put a little tiny bit of rice in, oil in. Perhaps, I don't know, a teaspoon, a couple of teaspoons, depending obviously on the quantity. And then you stir it round.
Hi, Sarah.
So that all the rice is coated with the oil.
I'll show the camera.
And that way it doesn't, can't see all the writing. It doesn't, rice doesn't stick, hopefully. So I'm going to do that, light the heat underneath it.
Yes, Chef.
Little bit of salt, not too much, because my husband doesn't like things too salty. And of course the rice is going to absorb all that water, so if you make it too salty, it's going to put too much salt, it's going to make the rice too salty. A little bit of salt, and then we just stir that round. It's all coated.
Don't worry, I'm still here. Mum's teaching everyone how to do rice.
Then I've got a kettle of boiling water, and I'm just going to put twice as much in. So that was 400, so I'm going to put 800. These are millilitres, because obviously I'm using a liquid measure. To be honest with you, I don't always put it all in, but I've got it measured just in case I need it. And you put it, I'm not going to put it all in, I'm just going to keep a little bit back, just give it a little stir.
Oh.
On the stove, lid on. And it should take about 15 minutes, something like that, and just keep an eye on it. I might put a little bit more.
Hi, Anton. Right, everyone get that? Everyone know how to do rice? And if you don't, watch it back. Okay, so there are 2 people cooking along that I know of. There's Sarah and Nikki. Hello, Sarah and Nikki. Can you just say thumbs up if you're ready? It doesn't matter if you're not, because I'm going to show people what to do in case they missed everything I did this afternoon, which resulted in this lovely shredded beef with onions and the marinade. Now, I held back some of the marinade, but just to quickly run through it, it has got roughly chopped onion, garlic, brown sugar, 3 tablespoons, soy sauce, about 800 grams or half a cup, if you want to be American about it. Then you've got 3 tablespoons of sesame oil and some spring onion. I put a bit of ginger in mine, and that's about it. And then you blitz it in this NutriBullet or your blender at home. Rice, no, buy microwave, you're golden. Samantha, you're cooking along as well. Fantastic. Hello, you mucky old tart. You talking to me or Mum? That's Mort's from Ricky.
Microwave is cheaper to cook your own.
It is cheaper to cook your own, but it's easy to microwave it. So, to get to this stage of the marination station, you need to take ribeye best, depending on your budget. This is flank steak or flat iron. Not as expensive, not as fatty or marbly, but equally, when you're marinating meat, you can go a little bit cheaper because you want it to take on the flavours of the marinade. if you want to have a proper steak that tastes of nothing else than beef with salt and pepper, then fork out for the expensive cuts. But if you're marinating it, you can afford to drop the price a little bit and buy a bottle of wine or something. So what you want to do is slice this beef as thin as you can with the standard of knife that you have, okay? You want it kind of like a biltong slice, 2 to 3 millimeters, okay? See that? Beautiful. Now, I've done all this obviously before. The marination video is on Insta and Facebook. I did it this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Sorry, I didn't do it last night, but I had Jack, my 3-year-old, and the dog, Puppy, and I just wanted to chill with them and do nothing. So, for those that were not badgering, but asking questions, mainly Sarah and Nikki, I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're up to space. Right, Fanny Craddock. Yeah, of course we
Excuse
are.
me.
It's Mort, so you know what he's like. Hey from Australia, hey Pauline. Right, so, Samantha, I know the other two probably have marinated. Have you got this? If you have, just click yes. Everyone else shut up. I just want to hear the people that are cooking along. So, we've got our beef cut. I'm just going to do this little bit of onion for demo purposes. And you want just little strands of onion. Right. Lloyd, how you doing, mate? Paul. Oh, look, all the Gloucester boys coming out. It's not on the telly. Gutted. Right. And you just want to julienne the onion. Just nice long strands like this. Exactly the same that's in here. And then the marination is 30 minutes overnight, ideally. Honestly, I don't know a marinade that isn't better after overnight or 24 hours, okay? So, I'm going to use the rest of what we did earlier and pour that all over the beef and the onions and really work it in. And I might have that later on. I might cook it after we go off air. Off air, what a twist. Anyway, that is all you need to do. It's all about the marinade. All the flavours are in there. The rice is on and bubbling away nicely. Mum's on rice. So that is as easy as it gets, guys. Now, before I introduce this to quite a hot pan, and guys, if you're already ahead of me and there, I'm just going to do the garnish very so quickly. Just wash my hands, 2 secs. And for the garnish, you'll need some sesame seeds and
Sesame seeds
and some spring onions that I forgot to get out of the fridge earlier. So a couple of spring onions. Mum, if there's any questions, just use your noodle.
You're too far away.
People.
That writing's too small.
Flipping heck, you've got glasses on and all sorts.
I know.
Only been marinated since 5 to 6. Legend. Okay.
Cook it later.
Fair play. Yeah, maybe just watch. No, it'll be all right. It's just get it all surrounded. So, spring onion garnish, similar to leeks. They are mini leeks, aren't they? Take the end, top it, which is taking the end off, and then take off the first bit of skin, just to check to see if there's any mud. Now these are from the these are from the farm shop. So there might be mud. Supermarkets tend to clean it a bit more. And just take the first bit off, and then take the top and tail it. So take the root and that skanky bit at the end. Here's the thing with spring onions. A lot of people take it down to here and just use the flesh. What's wrong with this bit? Idiots. It's only a bit of garnish, and we can go super fine. So, yeah, exactly as Mum said. All right, who shows this? It's cut it quite chunky, and that's a garnish. Okay. Speaking of quite chunky, Morts, how are you, mate? All right. Okay, so we've got our garnish and we're ready to fire up the heat.
And do you use those as they are, or do you toast them?
No, they're just there to go on the top at the end. I need a bowl. I'll just use that one. Evening, Ree. How you doing? Hi, Jean. Oh, hello, Jean. Hi, Jean. We have got hygiene. I wash my hands all the time. Internet cutting out badly. Okay, Nikki. Well, you can watch this back. I'll put it up on my pages and on my Insta. And what's it called? YouTube. They're all going up on YouTube, and get them while they're free, because when the website's live, you're going to have to pay for these. Chunky with a silent silent C. Prick. Right, windows open. We'll see how we get on with the fan. And so, bit of heat under that. Now you can use any oil to cook this, guys. I've got sesame.
I thought you used sesame.
That's one strike. Right. Okay, sesame oil, veg oil, whatever your preference is, if you're allergic to bits and pieces. I'm going to use sesame oil because I like the flavour. And about a tablespoon of that, and wait for the pan to get really hot. and then just chuck it in and move it around. Don't let it burn. That is it. Korean beef done right. It's really cheap, really quick, and it's really tasty. You can play with the marinade. You've got no salt in it because of the soy sauce. Bit of cracked black pepper. And I know that's only been in there for 5 minutes, but I'm going to bung it all into the same one, all right? So, we are there. So, next week, I'm going to go veggie. And I was talking to Nikki, who's cooking on tonight, I might do a very posh, a truffle mac and cheese with a bit of it. So, again, very simple, if you know how to make a bechamel. But we're going to use some special cheeses and we're going to make it truffly. It'll be quite luxurious and it'll be vegetarian. Also on the menu, Mum wanted to do moussaka tonight. I ain't got the time for that. It's quite a lot of components to it. You've got beef tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, lamb mince, all beef or turkey, potatoes, bechamel, aubergine that you've got to chuck salt on to put out the water and then char grill. And for you guys, if you're cooking along at home, disaster. It'll be a stock video that I'll make for you guys to watch back should you ever feel like it. Hi Sinead, hope you're well. Charlotte, Morts. Right. 2 more minutes for that, 30 more seconds for that. How's your rice getting along, Mum?
Yeah, once the rice has absorbed all the water, it should be cooked. I always give it a little taste anyway.
Oh, then, not the microwave.
When the water's all been absorbed, then that's when it should be cooked. But I always take a little taste anyway to see if it's...
Mind you, Mum. Okay, so what we've got, you can use a wok. I'm using a shallower pan so you can actually see stuff. The wok sides are too high and you wouldn't be able to see stuff. So, nice hot heat. I bet I've burnt my board as well. Oh, we're good. Spread it out so it's even. Oh, look at that. You've got that lovely steak, onion, and the all-important marinade. Again, with marinades, guys, feel free to have a bit of fun with it. If you like it a little bit lighter, bang some lemon through it and make it zesty. Once you get a good marinade, and for Morts and other people that like to barbecue, once you get a good rub, it's very hard to stray away. But the fun part is experimenting and getting to the finished article. So I know that marinade works. I add a bit of ginger to mine. I didn't put it in the recipe. I do apologise. I've also got...
A lot of sugar.
Hey?
A lot of sugar. It seems a lot of sugar. 3 tablespoons.
Strike 2. No.
What am I here for if not to ask questions?
Answer them. And so, yeah, the journey's the best part. It's like, oh, it's got too much aniseed in it, or I shouldn't have put such and such in it. You just want that on a rocket high heat. I've got that wok burner. If you've watched before, you'll know it's good. Evening, Doug. Jules. Nice, Jules. First time. Well, you picked a good one to do. I don't know if you did the marination earlier. It was on my Insta and socials. I've been a bit of a manic week, as always. I will get better, and then the website will have everything on it, and you'll see less of me on a Friday night. Or will you? But Jules, let me know how you're doing. If you're a first timer, I'll give you special attention. Nikki and Samantha and Sarah Martin Hart, how you all doing? Everyone who's cooking, type how you doing. Anyone that isn't cooking, shut up for a sec and let them ask any questions or just chill. Now, it's going to take about the same amount of time as the rice, maybe a bit longer, and you want it to reduce. So we're going to get some char and some colour on that. And then the sugar, once it starts getting hot, and I don't know if you've ever done this before, like honey glazed ham with honey, because the sugar is the stuff that burns, okay? So it gives it a lovely colour, but you've got to keep an eye on it. Right, well done, Jules, well done for doing it. All good, well done, Samantha. Yes, that's what we like. So we've got 4 people cooking along, and they're comfortable and kitchen confident, and that's the big message that I'm sending to everyone. It's just all of you. There are different levels of cooking. There's Stephen Terry and the Nick Deverell and my friends from Pub in the Park, and then there's like the younger generation that have probably done everything online. So what I'm trying to do is weed out who's got the levels of confidence and who's where, and then you can book private lessons, and we can start with knife skills, or we can make soup, bechamel, poach some eggs here. And then halfway through we can look at doing like cooking for dinners, like roasts, or making a big batch of food for guests. And then up here at like the advanced kind of stage, we can look at turning restaurant food out for you guys at home. and it will all be pinned on the older website. So that's the news from me. Christine, I honestly, hey, it's okay. No worries, Pips. Pips, are you cooking? You were too, weren't you? I haven't heard from you. Sorry, it's been such a crazy week. But did puppy training today with little Harley. So, yeah, let's get some questions in, guys, because this is going to just take a little while to cook. Move it around the pan. Keep that intense high heat on it. I mean, if it's in a wok, which is slightly thinner metal, and that's why they use them for stir fries, so there's literally directly on the heat, it would have cooked quicker and there'll be char there, okay? I did it in a pan for visual reasons, and you can see, it takes a little bit longer. The wok is for flash frying real quick, and this pan is for not. This is for slow cooking like a paella and keeping it ticking over, okay? So we'll see how we go, and if it gets really desperate, I'll bring out the wok. Oh, Alexa, can we have some music, please? Balls deep in bacon. Well, fair play to you, and happy birthday to Lindsay Pollock if she's watching. Who else is there? Christine. Right, cool. So yeah, if you've got any questions, please fire them away. If you want to chat up my mum, you can do that too. I'm sure she'd really appreciate it. Mortz gives it his best shot, but his patter is dry. So unlike his powder, so he's rubbish. But many people have tried and failed. A strange amount of my brother's friends like to start chatting my mum up. It's really weird, isn't it? Well, I find it weird. My mum, it's disgusting. But
well, I think the rice is cooked.
Well, you're the rice chef.
Rice is cooked. Just absorbed all the water. I've had a tiny little fork.
Hang on. Hey, whoa! It's a family show. There's still water at the bottom.
Don't tell him that.
Seriously.
Would you agree it's cooked, chef?
Yes, chef, because I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, where are you?
So
you don't know. It could be raw. You don't know, do you?
So I didn't need that extra bit of water, you see. I didn't need that extra bit of water.
I'll give it a
Yeah.
Right. Who else is in the house? Imogen just... Was it half an hour to marinate? Yeah, a minimum of half an hour and overnight. Like I said, I don't know anything that doesn't benefit from being marinated and overnight for 24 hours. If you're doing barbecue stuff like briskets and pulled pork, and you've got a rub on, again, 24 hours or overnight, it's got to be. You've got a big, dense piece of pork shoulder or brisket, those flavours have got to penetrate, and it needs time to penetrate into the meat. Imogen, please can we have ingredients by Tuesday so I can cook along? Oh, I'm so sorry, Imogen. And I think Pippa McKean said that as well. Humblest apologies, yes. By all means, watch it back. I'll put it on my socials, and if you need, guys, if you want everything we've done Friday Night Fakeaway or others, get onto my YouTube and subscribe. They're all there. At the moment, that's just like a bank. What you're seeing now just gets uploaded to YouTube as my little storage bank, because I'm a tech spaz. I don't know how to make it look good or edit it, but it's all up there, and you can watch it back. But yes, Imogen, I'm very sorry. If you do want to cook along live, I will get everything out on a Tuesday, okay? Ingredients, recipes, and what we're doing on a Friday Night Fakeaway out on a Tuesday. That is my promise to you, and thank you for giving me a little bit of a bollocking, because I need to be better at that. Evening, Rachel. Who else? Please accept my apology. She's saying that you need to tell me to fuck my ideas up. It says, please can we have the ingredients by Tuesday so I can cook along? I did message you but no reply. Mama Coops, can you please tell him for me?
Well, I do try. I try my best.
Try my patience.
I just get a mouthful of abuse.
Sorry, I zoned out. What? Right.
Good. Thank goodness for that.
That's ticking along nicely. The sugar's going to catch shortly. We'll be done within half an hour, and it's going to look amazing. Recommendations for decent but not too expensive knives. Right, Samantha, I had this chat with my osteopath today. No, this week. Like I said, it's been a bit of a crazy week. Knife purchasing and knowledge. Again, it'll be a module on the website, but you can't go online. So steps for buying a knife: you go into a shop, take a tomato or a pepper or anything, and I'm in with you. I've done it before, and it doesn't matter if I don't like it. Tough. The knife that you're going to have in your kitchen, depending on which level you think you're at and your budget, extension of your arm, you need to feel the weight, you need to feel the grip, you need to use it, because obviously you're not going to go into like a professional kitchen, or I don't know, maybe you are, you're not going to get to that kind of level of usage, but when you do cook with it, you want to be confident and know what it's doing and all the rest of it. So, recommendations for decent knives. Get in touch privately, Samantha. Budget. Feel what you're going to cook the most of. Are you going to be butchering stuff? Are you going to be chopping veggies? Are you going to be filleting fish? Again, what are you going to use it for? Do you need more than one knife? Do you know how to sharpen said knife? Now, if you don't know how to do all that and take care of it, the knife will come back to haunt you. If you look after your knife and you sharpen it properly, it will last a lifetime. The best ones, and some of the crappy ones my mum's keeps, that have got like colourful ceramic handles. So yeah, get in touch, Samantha, and we'll go through that, but I hope that helped. Crap knives are so frustrating. Okay, so to start off with, if you're on a smaller budget and you haven't got oodles and oodles of cash, Victorinox and Sabatier. Right, I just went off because my brother just rang. Can you, what an absolute penis. Making Greek kebabs tomorrow, but like to join in live. Oh, okay. Yeah, those Gyros, or Iris, however you pronounce it. Hi, Dolan, how you doing, mate? Was a lot of fun last week. And Imogen, I will hold
delicious.
up on that. Oh yeah, Mum made it with my brother.
Yeah, absolutely
last
delicious.
Week, the weekend. So yeah, those Gyros, that was a good live. That felt good. It was fun. Right, we're about 3 minutes away, guys. So if you have got any questions or any requests, potentially get them in now. Mum's rice is ready. I'm slacking a little bit because I'm using, like I said, a frying pan instead of a wok. Thicker metal. It's taking its sweet ass time.
I didn't know that. I've learned something now then.
What, the thickness of the metal? Well, woks are traditionally very thin, so you just get it done, and it's insanely intense heat, which I'm actually feeling at the moment. Excuse me. That's going to take a couple more minutes to reduce and go sticky. So, Mum was asking earlier about the sugar in the marinade. You cook it down and reduce it, and you cook out all the water, and it's evaporating up into the air. What happens is, as it reduces, it thickens. You know this. You've done balsamic vinegar, or a soup thickens, or a bolognese. The more nice and slow and chilly, and it will evaporate the water, and you get a thick. Once that happens, then the sugar starts catching, and you hopefully get a bit of colour. Okay. Now, sugar's not only a flavour, but it's all science, isn't it? So butter makes everything taste great and gives it great colour if you're going to bake some fish. Sugar's the same. Cooks, and when it catches, by golly does it catch. Ask any pastry chef. It's pretty hard to work with. So we're just going to wait for that to reduce. And as you can see it, just bubbling away there. Around the edges, it's starting to... Oh yeah. It's starting to catch. It's starting to catch. And that will just thicken and hopefully make the meat a little sticky. Do not rush this meal, those cooking at home. If it looks like it's getting a bit ferocious and it's burning around the edges but not in the middle, just knock the heat down a little bit and just let it simmer away, because, well, what's a couple of minutes for a better dish? You know, when you go to a really nice restaurant and you're forced to wait a little bit longer than you like to, it's because the chef wants to make the food as best as possible. If you want quick food, off to McDonald's, alright? Right. Wow, look at all these people. Dolan, always good, mate. I hope you're well. I'm going to wash my hands, don't worry.
Is that Mark Dolan?
Yeah. Old school chum down in... hopefully still down near Pompey. And they all come out of the woodwork. It's really nice. You know the Moore brothers? Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
you guys are looking at... Cool there. Mum's looking at people that are watching and their friends from school and whatnot. There's a couple of twins that I used to play rugby with. They used to hit harder than anyone else on the pitch.
Yeah, New Zealand now.
Yeah, they moved to New Zealand, but they got in touch and said, well done. So it's quite nice. Oh. The power of the tinterware. Right, Mum. We are about a minute away, maybe 90 seconds. We're going to put your rice in there. I'm going to just put garnish on the bowl, and then we're going to dish up, and everyone's going to have some dinner. Right, 2 more minutes, guys. I won't keep you any longer. Any requests for next week? Feel free to fire it in. Imogen, considering I was late on the ingredients, I was going to go veggie, but Imogen just gave me a bollocking, so the least I can do is ask you what you'd like to learn to cook. Takeaway wise, think takeaway, not moussaka. I don't know anyone that has a takeaway moussaka.
I don't know anyone who has a takeaway.
I do love you though.
I've never heard of Korean beef.
Well, because you haven't been to takeaway. Get heckled from the cheap seats, it's outrageous. Right, you get your rice in your bowl and do as you're told. Right, so we're there. Garnish is spring onions.
So it is all nice and separate, I must say. I didn't use all the water, but it is nice and separate. I know a lot of people seem to have difficulty with rice. They seem to say it all sticks together. Do you want it just
a little bit, that's fine. Just half a bowl would be great.
Is that enough?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Good. So your garnish on there to make it look pretty. Just spring onions and sesame seeds, nothing special. And then you've got your bowl. We'll just tuck that to the side so you can see it. Winnie, this next bit's for you, pal. I'm just going to get a special tool, which I've been called before.
Smells lovely.
So there we are. Onions, beef, marinade, heated up, golden. Prep meal, if you're into the gym stuff, good protein levels. And take a nice sticky amount of this. The longer you cook it, the better it is, but I don't want to keep you too long. Bit of greenery, a few more sesame seeds, I think. All tits. That's right, Mum. Right, back on the heat. And that, my friends, needs a wipe, is my Korean beef with a little bit of rice, maybe some prawn crackers. Do you like the look of that? It smells great. Trust me, we'll keep it simple. We'll keep things simple, you don't go wrong. And that's my Friday night fakeaway, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for tuning in, those who did. For the ones that are cooking along, do me a solid. In fact, everyone, first of all, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the rest of the recipes. And to the ones that cooked along, you 4 legends or 5 legends, let me know how you get on. Stick it on Insta, tag me so I can see the fruits of your labour. And Imogen, get in touch and I'll cook whatever you need next time. Pig in yum. Well done, guys. Those cook along people.
Good.
Those cook along people are the ones that make it better for me. Let's get more of you next week, okay? Right, that's enough. 26 minutes, 27 minutes for a dinner and some chat. Mum, do you want to say goodbye?
Bye. Nice to see you. Well, I don't see you, but you know what I mean.
Wine's kicked in. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Love you lots. Ta-ra.